Extraordinary. So I want to thank all of you, but for once, you're not here to listen to me. So I would like to introduce you to your next MLA for Lethbridge-West, Rob Miyashiro!
Well, my friends, we did it! They made us run a campaign through 3 seasons, from August to December. Like, think about that. And we gave it our all every day. We walked every part of Lethbridge-West. We phoned, we texted every number we could find, and we pounded signs through the frost. James will attest to that. We were on billboards, we were on the news, we were on the radio, we were on computers, we were on people's phones. Sounds like stalkers. We were in mailboxes, and we were on front lawns. We did it. To my partner, Aaron, who didn't want to come up here, I love you very much, and thank you. Your support through multiple elections has just meant the world to me and has made all of this possible. And you've definitely kept me grounded. I want to thank my mom. There's my mom right here. My mom has given me unconditional support for everything in my life, whether or not I deserved it. I want to thank my in-laws, Derek, Bill, and Jim, who aren't here right now because Derek and Bill were actually sitting with us waiting for the results. And I think they were just excited and they didn't want to drive all the way over here. And the only thing about Derek, Bill, and Jim have given me the kind of support that I don't think I can ever repay them. So big round of applause for Aaron's family. And I want to thank my sisters. If you know my sisters, I'm the only boy in a family with 4 sisters, so they've always been there for me, and I've totally appreciated that. I want to give special thanks to my brother-in-law Ben Tebow and Sydney Whiting. Where's Sydney? Sydney right there. It was because of their efforts that I was actually able to win the nomination for this election. So big hand, thank you. And although she already left, I want big thanks to my friend and mentor, Shannon Phillips. Whose tireless work for this community laid the groundwork for what we've accomplished tonight. We want to thank Shannon for her leadership, and I'm honored to carry on the fight for the people of Lethbridge-West. I also want to thank John Milton Hope and his team. They ran a strong campaign, and I offer congratulations to them on a job well done. Now I have to thank, and I don't want to call it my team, I want to say to our team. Lisa Lambert. Where's Lisa?
Yeah.
Lisa is the heart of this team. She's built a legacy of activists that will change the face of this city forever. We truly couldn't have done this without you. Ryan Robinson, who was our campaign manager, managed a great campaign. And after 5 years of UCP government, I'm glad you're here to keep them accountable. Aaron and Graham, the two with the cameras, you were right there by my side and behind me and in front of me this whole time. And thank you for the work that you did with the great, if you guys have seen the social media stuff, them. I want to thank Marcy. I don't know if she's here. Marcy is an incredible organizer, and she put a fantastic team of volunteers together. And they delivered more, I think, for this campaign than any of us could have ever hoped. And I'm going to name a few people. Thank you to Katerina, Ziv, Reese, Ruth, Kyle, Cedric, and all of our volunteers across the province who have tirelessly knocked on doors, made calls, sent texts, and spoke to over 10,000 people in our riding. I want to thank James. Where's James? Where is he? All right. I want to thank James and our superstar sign crew. They braved terrible weather. They braved frozen ground. And they put up signs across more than 1,400 private properties in our riding.
Wow.
Now, one of the great things about our campaign office was they fed us well. You know, it's 2 campaigns I've run where I didn't lose any weight, even after all the walking I've done. So a huge thank you to all the people who brought in food for our campaign, kept us fueled. Huge thanks to Maureen and Craig for organizing it. Craig, thank you for organizing all the food. And to each and every one of you who knocked on doors, I'm going to say this again, knocked on doors, pounded in signs, made phone calls, managed a full campaign office for nearly 3 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful for each and every minute that you gave to this campaign. You had my back, and I will definitely have yours. To the people out there who voted for the first time, to our longtime supporters, and to those who didn't vote for me, I want you to know that I will work for you. I will fight for you, and I will represent every one of you in the legislature. Over the past few months, I've heard your stories. I've heard from parents worried about overcrowded classrooms, from seniors struggling to afford their medications, and from so many of you that just wants a government that puts people first. The challenges we face as a province are significant, but together we will fight for public health care, affordable housing, strong schools, secure pensions, and affordable lives. Lethbridge-West, you've put your trust in me. And I promise to honor that trust every day that I have the privilege of serving you. Alberta deserves better. So, hey, let's get to work.
You didn't think I wouldn't have anything else to say, did you? In fact, I have 4 things to say. The first thing I want to say is for me. Having this by-election happen in Lethbridge-West was a very, very rare blessing for the leader of the party, because I could spend so much time here and fall in love with this extraordinary city. And I am so excited to think of myself as a Lethbridgian, Lethbridgerton, Lethbridge person, Lethbian, whatever it is. And I hope you invite me in as an honorary Lethbian. But from the River Valley and the Coolies to this university to everything in this city, I understand what Alberta is. Alberta is about entrepreneurs. Alberta is about risk takers. Alberta is about people who will not take no for an answer, and that is what we see here in southern Alberta and here in Lethbridge. Since time immemorial, people have come to these coulees. Since time immemorial, the Blackfoot people have made homes here, building community here. And for the last 150 years or so, we have welcomed people from every corner of the earth to share in the dream of this place. And so I want to say to the voters of Lethbridge-West, thank you for your support. Thank you for making a bet on a better future. And I want to say, you heard a bunch of thank yous from Rob, but I want to say this group of dedicated volunteers is nothing like I've ever seen before. I am so proud of every one of you, and I want to give a special shout out to Shannon Phillips, to Lisa Lambert, to Keith McLaughlin, to Keith Gardner, who have built us up here in Lethbridge-West so that we really, really can help the people of Lethbridge-West see that they have a better alternative. Thank you to you all. Now I have a message for the Government of Alberta. Premier Smith and the UCP threw everything they had at this election. Yes. They spent untold amounts of money in pre-written negative advertising. They cynically put the election, they waited almost 6 months to call the election. Yes. They put it close to Christmas because they didn't want people to vote. Yes. They didn't want students to vote. They didn't want busy families to vote. I haven't done the math yet, but I think this is the highest voter turnout ever in an Alberta by-election. They sent their MLAs and cabinet ministers down here to make empty promises. They sent the premier down here to make empty promises. She also learned where her own riding is in Medicine Hat, not so far away. They ran, and it must be said, a very good, very strong candidate, a decent human being, and a good public servant in John Middleton Hope. They threw everything they could at this campaign, and the people of Lethbridge-West said that's not good enough. We do not accept what you've done to healthcare. We do not accept what you've done to public education. We do not accept what you've done to public safety and crime. We do not accept the cost of living and your lack of action on it. And we do not accept the fact that you have no plans for jobs for us, for our kids, and for our grandkids. So the people of Lethbridge-West have sent Premier Smith a very, very strong message. And they have said today, it's not good enough. Do not take any riding in this province for granted. Do better. They won't be able to do better. But that's an important message that we all have sent to this reckless, this corrupt, this incompetent, and this dangerous premier and this dangerous government. And thank you to Lethbridge-West for sending that message. And there's one other person I want to thank. And I want to tell you that it has been one of the great pleasures of my life to see a nomination contest in Lethbridge-West with true extraordinary candidates, and thank you to Bridget Mearns as well. But I need you to know something. I want everyone to understand that this guy right here exemplifies the kind of people who we attract to Alberta's New Democrats. Someone who has public service, who has seva in every one of his blood cells. Someone who has a deep, deep love for the community, and someone who believes that no matter what Danielle Smith tells us, better is always possible. And I am so proud to welcome the 38th member of the Alberta New Democrat Caucus, the largest opposition in Alberta's history, Rob Miyashiro. Oh, and I should say to all the great volunteers, take a break, take a good rest over the Christmas break, because we got another by-election coming. But my final word is to the people of Alberta. Follow the example of Lethbridge-West. Follow the example of saying, we don't want a politics that divides us. We don't want a politics that tells us things will never be better than they are today, that we have to fight for every crumb because those people are going to take it away from us. We don't want a politics where cruelty is a feature, not a bug, where we push down on the most vulnerable instead of lifting everyone up to dream of a better future. Because here in Lethbridge, we know better than anywhere in Alberta that better is possible, that better is within our grasp. And here in Southern Alberta, we know you can never make us dream small under a sky that big. Friends, for better, for Alberta, for all of us. Thank you all. Let's go.
Thank you.